Hello, I'm Rohini.
And I'm Varuni.
And we are from Center for Catalyzing Change, also known as C3, a non-profit organization working for women and girls across India.
And this is the C3 Genderometer, a show that highlights stark and sometimes subtle ways gender inequality seeps into our daily lives. We look at all kinds of new releases, from ads, films, series, books, music, and even social media posts. Everything that highlights issues relating to gender equality. Basically, we are here to delve deeper into the unequal representation of gender in today's popular culture.
And in today's episode, we have moved to cinema from the south, specifically some recent Malayali releases that have us Genderometer nerds interested.
You know, a lot of socially relevant movies from the past decade have actually come from the Malayalam film industry. And in 2020, we saw the release of two such films that dealt with the extremely important issue of sex trafficking, along with insights on the use of technology and adolescent and parent relations. We're talking about Capella, a March 2020 release available on Netflix, and See You Soon, a film shot during the lockdown and released on Amazon Prime. Both of which are stories of how young women from economically disadvantaged backgrounds fall prey to sex trafficking.
Seems like scriptwriters and directors are paying attention to what the National Crime Records Bureau has to say, because according to the NCRB, more than 5,000 cases of human trafficking were reported in India in just 2018, where 64% were women and 48% were below 18 years of age. Most of these victims were from marginalized communities and fell into the trap of a promise of employment or marriage.
And considering today's digital age, where all of our information is just a click away, like what we saw in See You Soon with Kevin's amazing hacking skills, dating apps are galore, and your partner is just what, a phone call away? Denying women access to technology, controlling their movement, stifling their freedom is not an act of protection, but a recipe for disaster.
And that's exactly what happens in Capella. Jessie gets involved with a stranger over phone calls, and her parents' fear stops her from confiding in them and instead puts her in an extremely risky position. According to a 2019 report by the Internet and Mobile Association of India, India has the second highest number of internet users in the world, with 2/3 of those internet users falling within the age range of 12 to 29 years. However, highly gendered gaps in digital literacy and a lack of awareness around internet safety protocols lead to many young people, especially young women, to not realize when or how they're putting themselves at risk.
Where Jessie from Capella experiences the perils of technology, Anu from See You Soon uses technology to plan her escape from a sex racket, which is a very interesting plotline, but also an empowering story where after a long time, we have seen a female protagonist choose her life over chasing a man's love.
Where employment can be a requirement, as we see for Anu, or it could be a means of empowerment, unfortunately, it has also become a means to traffic young women. A 2017 news report stated that dozens of young people from Jharkhand and pockets of West Bengal were thrilled when they received lucrative job offers for a South Delhi hotel through WhatsApp. However, a police investigation later revealed that the mass message was sent by traffickers, only to snare unsuspecting victims and push them into prostitution and forced labor.
And this is why we need films like Capella and See You Soon. We all need to understand that even though internet and social media has brought the world closer and has made things accessible, it can also act as a hunting ground for sex traffickers who work under the garb of virtual anonymity and exploit vulnerable people.
Equipping adolescents and young adults to think critically, to understand safety, to make their own decisions, know how to communicate, to deal with authorities, and basic things like filing a report, knowing their rights under cyber law, all of this can help young women make better choices, assert their agency, and build a safer future for themselves.
for highlighting women's issues in their reality, and for their honest portrayal of female characters in all its good and bad glory. Both See You Soon and Capella fall fairly high on our genderometer.
Much like the two films we discussed today, we want to end today's episode with a recommendation for you. Watch Netflix's new documentary, The Social Dilemma, in which tech experts sound the alarm on the dangerous human impact of social networking. And ironically, we are recommending it through social media. But it's important because it highlights online trolling of girls and women, especially around their bodies and appearances, and how that can have a negative impact on them.
That's it from us in today's episode. For more such videos, keep following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We're at C3_India. We look forward to your support in our mission to enable women and girls in India so that they are equipped and empowered to realize their rights, access opportunities, and achieve gender equality.